Yup, beyond scared straight. Let's hope I don't get copyrighted this time, bro. For no reason at all, bro. No reason at all, bro. You know I mute them ads. You don't like that? Man, my life didn't change maybe like 8 years ago. Probably would have found myself in one of these situations. Probably, I'm not gonna lie. Probably, like, I would have probably found myself in one of these situations.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Film Trip. On today's episode, we will be talking about 10 times Beyond Scared Straight crossed the line. But before we move on, if you're a fan of Beyond Scared Straight, make sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated whenever we upload and stuff. And if you're a new subscriber, let us know by commenting down below, and we will feature you in a later video. With all that being said and good, let's hop straight into the video.
But like, you talking too much, my boy.
Number 10. Cedric and the Toilet. 15-year-old Cedric initially took his jail experience in stride, casually disobeying the guards and talking back.
Yeah. I know for a fact they're not putting his face in the toilet. No, I know for a fact they're not putting his face in the toilet. I know for a fact.
Unfortunately for Cedric, things took a sharp turn when he was placed in a cell surrounded by inmates. While Cedric managed to get away with being rude to the guards, he seemingly had no choice but to respect the inmates. In one of the most disgusting scenes on the show, one inmate told Cedric to wash his noticeably stained underwear in a toilet. Of course, Cedric refused. Not happy with Cedric's disobedience though, the inmate then tried pushing Cedric's head into the toilet. Cedric was obviously disgusted, although he luckily managed to walk away without having to touch the soiled underwear.
This is Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock...
I don't see how it's illegal to be honest. To that kind of thing, man. Come on, bro.
Choose to sell your Blankos on the mythical market.
Come on, dog.
Number 9. Shots Fired. While the Scared Straight program aims to scare teens away from the harsh reality of prison, the truth is that the teens are safe throughout their prison tour about 99% of the time. The missing 1% comes from the situations where the actual inmates get too carried away. An example of this occurred at the Floyd County Jail. After the teen inmates were placed alone in cells with the doors shut, the real prisoners were instructed to come and yell at the teens and bang on the doors in an attempt to scare them. The teens were safe in this situation, given that there was a big metal door between them and the prisoners. That is, until two prisoners took things too far when they somehow managed to force open the door to one of the cells, instantly rushing in to yell at and push the teen offender. When the guards noticed what was going on, their first priority was obviously the teen's safety, so they did not hesitate to fire warning shots, prompting all the inmates to drop to the ground to avoid being shot.
This is planned. This is planned because the camera crew is right there and they enter. They go in with him like, oh, it's about to get his ass beat. Let's go and record this. It's obviously planned. They have the camera ready to take a shot of the security guard coming in. They have the camera ready for those guys about to pounce in. It's obviously planned. Come on, what do you mean?
Number 8. SWAT Extraction. Although this insane moment didn't actually involve any of the teen offenders, they managed to get a good look at the reality of prison life when a situation unfolded at the prison that resulted in the SWAT team being called. When an inmate refused to leave his cell, the teen offenders watched as the SWAT team stormed into the prison and used a taser that was strong enough to paralyze someone for 5 seconds to subdue the inmate. All of the teen offenders looked on in horror as they witnessed what an officer described as the result of someone not wanting to move. So, they made a move. Surely witnessing this was enough to remind the teens that in prison, they have no choice but to do as they are told. There was a lesson to be learned in the chaos though, as the teens were so shocked by the situation that most admitted that they would not be able to handle an extraction if it happened to them. This was definitely one experience that scared them straight.
Man, but to be honest, why would parents put their children in this situation? Like, how bad does your child have to be for you? If you love your child, you wouldn't bring your child here. 100%. Makes no sense to me. It's traumatizing now. Bring a child out for being bad. Go and put them through the most traumatic experience they're probably going to ever experience. Unless they go to jail themselves. Like, where is therapy? Where is therapy? Where is Alright, just give me a moment, bro. This is probably one of the most traumatic experiences they'll ever have to go through. And for me, what's therapy? As I was saying, like, where's therapy? Where's like understanding the situation, trying to help them, understanding what's going on with them. You just take them on this TV show, help these people make money off your child's suffering, teaching them a lesson. Don't go to prison, traumatizing them. They have their fucking heads inside toilets, experiencing violence in their eyes. For me, that's just worse, like, traumatizing them. And if you can see, is usually you will never see a rich child on this show. It's usually the lower class children that have been brought onto this show. Because why? Because the right way cannot be provided for the people in the lower end. Therapy, like, is expensive. People on the lower end wouldn't pay for that. So desperate. I don't blame the parents, to be honest, because desperate for a solution for their child not to go this way. What do they have? This TV show comes up to them like, yeah, let's do this, man. You show your child, and that's the only options they have. They don't have any other options. It's crazy, man. It's sad.
Number 7. Lay fights guard. It seems that most of the teens who appear on Beyond Scared Straight put on a tough act for the cameras. Yet in a case where both the guard and teen made poor decisions, 13-year-old Lay went way beyond a bad attitude when she actually tried to punch a guard. It all started when the teens were forced to jog in place, and the guard noticed that Lay had her fists balled. While exercising some terribly bad judgment, the guard began to taunt Lay by saying things like, "You want to hit me?" and "Hit me if you want to." Well, that's exactly what Lay tried to do. Lay swung at the guard and thankfully missed her punch by inches. Her attempt to attack the guard quickly backfired though, as she was immediately pushed down and restrained. Although Lay definitely should not have tried to hit her, the guard is also arguably to blame for her constant taunting. Number 6. Combing chest hair. While it is common to hear teens featured on the show claim to be gang members, these claims are often more for show than reality. Despite their claims being fake, the teens always manage to upset inmates who are actually gang members. 16-year-old Kenneth is an example of what happens when...
Is this okay? Like, is this okay? Like, is this normal? What the fuck, man? This is a child that's underage combing a grown-ass man's chest. This man is a prisoner. God knows what he did to be in fucking prison. And he's out here acting like a thug, like he didn't just throw his life away. Making a child comb his chest hair, and he looks so proud. Looks like he has achieved something. Your mates are out there making money, feeding their children. You're in prison getting people to fucking comb your chest hair. Getting children to comb your chest hair to make you look tough. Come on, man. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now, dawg.
real gang members come across a wannabe. In an odd and disturbing display of power, Kenneth and...
Look at these two, man. Look at them. Look at both of them. They believe they're something big. They believe like they've achieved something. Acting, you're in prison and you have to scare little children. What the this is the life people want.
Another teen named David were told to comb an inmate's chest hair. David was handed a comb and actually started combing the inmate's chest hair. The scene got even more disturbing as Kenneth refused to even touch the comb. His refusal resulted in another inmate getting extremely angry at the apparent disrespect, and having to be forcibly removed from the room after threatening to beat Kenneth up.
Do you want to earn a $75
Oh
Amazon
my
gift
God,
card
bro.
just for doing the
You
things?
know I mute these ads, bro. You know I mute these ads.
Number 5. Prank gone wrong. In another case of mealtime at the Oneida County Jail gone wrong, the male teen offenders witness what happens when you
I think
don't
I've watched this before, but I don't remember what happened. But this little kid right here, problem.
the program seriously. 14-year-old Darian made some pretty questionable choices while eating dinner with inmates. Almost as questionable as the meal itself. He began to laugh while 2 inmates forced him to eat another teen's meal. The guards seemingly let him get away with it, which made Darian think he could just get away with anything. Unfortunately for Darian, the guards were fed up with his smug attitude too. In a terrible prank gone wrong, Darian stood and turned very fast, acting as if he would try to run. Guards quickly restrained him and carried his handcuffed body out into the hallway as Darian cried and admitted that he was stupid. He definitely learned a lesson, but the
15.
guards at the Oneida County Jail do not joke around. Number 4. Restraint chair. The female teen inmates at the Oneida County Jail learned the hard way what happens when you disobey orders. After serving up a questionable meal of bread and rice, the guards and inmates were fed up with the teen offender's refusal to eat. One unfortunate teen got the worst of it all, as the guards decided to make an example out of her. Despite her tears, the guards put her in a cell, hoping that some time alone would help her realize she needed to work up an appetite. When this tactic didn't work, the guards resorted to a more drastic measure. They placed the teen in a restraint chair. As her fellow teen offenders watched, she was strapped down into a chair by 2 guards, as another...
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Nah, bro. What is this, bro? You see these police officers? Eh? People are dying outside, and you're here tying child to chair. Because of what? Why tying child to chair?
Another guard mentioned she would be completely unable to move and left in the chair overnight if she continued to disobey orders. It's safe to say that this teen probably learned her lesson and will be finishing all of her meals from now on.
Oh no, that was so funny. I don't know.
Number 3. Inmate threatens cameraman. During a straight talk portion of the teen offenders prison tour in Suffolk, Virginia, one inmate got a little carried away. While talking to the teens, an inmate named Lasanda, who was serving a 10-year sentence, began throwing around tables and chairs as she confronted each of the teens one-to-one. Apparently, the cameraman stood too close to Lasanda, who quickly yelled at him to get out of her face. The cameraman obliged, and Lasanda happily continued her rampage. That is, until the cameraman got in her way a second time. Unfortunately for the cameraman, 2 times was enough for Lasanda to snap and began making threats. The guards, who were concerned with the cameraman and teen offender's safety, quickly pushed Lasanda out of the room. It goes to show that nobody is safe in prison, not even the cameraman filming your favorite show.
It's not my favorite show, bro. Stop it. It's not my favorite show, dog. Come on now, man. Come on now, dog.
Number 2. Spitting on inmate. When given the opportunity to talk to inmates face to face, things often get a little heated. Between the teen offender's bad attitudes and the inmate's short fuses, it's easy to see how situations can get out of control fast. Caesar, who was in the Scared Straight program for stealing, was confronted by inmates telling him he isn't tough, as well as calling him a few names. This all proved to be enough to get under Caesar's skin, as he yelled back at the inmates to shut up, before shockingly spitting on them. Caesar was immediately pushed against the wall by guards, who yelled at him for spitting. It seemed like Caesar regretted his decision though, as he asked the guards why they were letting this happen to him, only to be reminded that this is jail.
I mean, what do you expect? Like, if they put you in a pressure cooker, obviously you're going to boil. Like, having people yell shit at you that annoys you, obviously it's gonna get, you're a human being. It's gonna get to you. These are children. These are kids. They don't know anything about anything. These are kids, man. Come on, bruh. Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Number 1. Miles.
Number 1. This better be bad, bruh. This better be like top off the notch. Horrible, bro.
Rude awakening. 12-year-old thief and liar Miles got a rude awakening during his experience in the Scared Straight program. Literally.
How they got this? How they have this little man? He was born in 2012, bro. Oh, this is not recorded this year. He's probably born in 2009, bro. Come on, man. It's a child. What did he possibly do to land him here? Yeah, those people kill people, rape people, steal shit. What did this child do to land him in prison with people that have been found guilty for all these crimes? He has not been found guilty. His mother just said he's a bad child. Then I say, hey, he's a bad child. I'm gonna carry and go there. God.
Miles thought he was safe for the night after the teen offenders were sent off to sleep. Unfortunately for Miles, it is prison, and nobody's safe in prison. The guards
Oh my God.
Miles thought he was safe for the night after the teen offenders were sent off to sleep. Unfortunately for Miles, it is prison, and nobody's safe in prison. The guards decided to burst into the teen offender's cell and wake them up at 2 a.m. Miles was terrified.
Why are they doing this kid like
To
this?
say the least, as he was yelled at and forced to leave his cell by 2 guards. Unfortunately for Miles, this was not the only time he would be awoken by guards. Although the second time was a bit funnier since Miles was caught with drool all along the side of his face.
This is bullying.
Hey, you made it all the way through. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, drop a like. Also comment down below.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of this. I don't agree with any of this. That is so wrong. What can I do? What can I say? I have no power to change it there. I'm a black boy. Oh, thank you for tuning in. That's currently, what time is it, bro? Let's look at the time, bro. It's 12:43, bro. I could probably record something else for the next video and just sleep. Yeah, let me record something else, bro. Bro, thank you for watching this one, bro. Peace.